How we doing? We are back. Round two. Welcome back, Slayer. Thank you, Stephen. Breakfast, welcome back. Anything worth? Probably not. There never is anymore on this account. I usually know it the minute I got it, so yeah, nothing good. There's a lot of movies like that. Thank you, Troy. All right. All right, let's see what we'll go ahead. So I'm gonna use an origin ball here. I think that is the proper choice. We'll find out, but I think that is the right call. I think Berserker's too much. It's not needed. If we can get a match. Welcome back, Freddy. Woo! That's what you don't want to do. He's lucky. I actually seen people roll off of that rough and go into the water behind it, so be very careful. Let's see how this pans out. See, we're looking at like, that's about where we want to be. Just a touch of overpower. Just a touch. Oh, geez. What's going on? But didn't like mess with any of my adjustments or anything. It was a little scary. Close. It's always so sad when you get a perfect from the rough, but you don't make it. You did the hard part. Really, the hard part is lining up a shot, too. It's not as easy as it seems sometimes. Shit. Hopefully great's okay. It doesn't, I was gonna say, it doesn't look like a bad line. I've got no drop frames. My mirror program that's built in isn't perfect. It pixelates every once in a while. If it's a constant pixelation, or if it's like that purple-blue kind of weird blending, the purple-blue blending you can't do anything about. If you're getting a constant pixelation, try just refreshing YouTube. Because it generally looks good on my screen. Generally. 2 for 2 on the Eagles on that hole tonight. It is. It's really a hard approach for being that short. That hill is super sensitive to a misadjustment. The ball will go in a totally different place if you're wrong. Maybe the great saved me. Maybe it would have been in anyways. Who knows? We'll take it, though. Take it how you get it. You know, starting off with the eagle there is definitely what you want to start with. Because it's only going to be about maybe 50% of the people get eagles there. That's being generous. You know, of course, really good players or people with great clubs are going to hit more of them. But general public, 50-50. So if you're on the plus side, you're doing good. Oh, no kingmaker. No, we're gonna save that. I'm not as stocked on those as I would like. So we're just gonna go Titan. The wind's not crazy on this hole. So I basically just overplay this about a ring. It has generally been working pretty good. Oh, are we, Jared? Cool. Good thing it's not the weekend bracket. That's about perfect right there. Hopefully not too far. I don't want to be unable to adjust with my sniper, but the closer you can be to just clipping the backside of that rough, better, typically. Ooh. We'll see who takes it, Jared. Let's see who takes that qualifying first place. Maybe neither of us, but we'll see. I finished with a -12. I birdied the last hole. I went for the all-in drive, and I hit a great right, and it was trouble, water hazard. Second shot, did the same shot, hit a perfect, went dead down the center, went into the bunker towards the end of that second fairway, and then close but not close enough kind of approach shot from the sand. So we would have got an eagle had I not gone water the first shot. So it really wasn't bad. Alright, we're going to try just one backspin. Because it seems to stop a little slower than it used to in the past. So then make your line straight. We want our ball guide straight before we move up a ring. Now make our wind adjustment. We'll see. We'll see. So that worked out perfect. One backspin is the right amount. I have a feeling with a perfect shot, that could have been darn close. No worries, Michael. So we've got this adjustment down now. One backspin, one right spin, or two, depending where you like your spot. Move forward one ring and then do your wind adjustment. Bam, you heard it from me first. Go get him. As long as they don't change anything on us again come next rounds. Yeah, so I pick my spot that I want my ball to land, and then I move forward a ring because it lands short about a ring of wherever you aim for some reason. I don't know what is causing it, what change they made, but that is the result. So move forward one ring after you found the spot you like, and then make your wind adjustment. And you will be on point. That's one ring with a sniper. So if you bring a Guardian, it's going to be probably half of a ring, unless it's a Guardian 7 or up. Yep, it does. I don't know what caused it, but I noticed it last night, and then it happened to me again. So I learned from my mistake, or not my mistake, but I learned what was going on. That's a big thing. Watch where your ball lands, and it'll tell you kind of what you're doing wrong with your adjustment. What's going on, Geek? So that in this case, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's that they changed something that we didn't know about, or that wasn't in effect previously, so your ball does not travel as far as it used to. I shouldn't have taken this shot. I was going to say I'm going to ace it because it's a shootout. You know, and seriously, that could be one of those things where tuning into this stream might be a stroke maker for people. You know, that may be knowledge that gets you a stroke up on almost everybody in the pack because people don't tune into what's going on there. Many are going to. The best players out there for sure are going to learn what's going on, and they're going to make that same adjustment. Or overpower slightly, or they're going to get around it somehow, but that's definitely an edge up. So I can say without certainty they have changed it, because I'm not the only one who has noticed that. There's been a couple other people I've talked to that said it happened to them as well. It happened to me twice with perfect shots on adjustments that before would be burning the cup if not in. So I knew something changed. And I don't need to know what, I just need to know how to fix it. Fingers crossed, Aaron. Oh yeah, let me see. Yep. Like I said, good thing it's qualifying. Well, now you know why, Slayer. Now you know why. It's very fortunate for me that last night I did a practice round with my second account. I did it off stream just because I was itching to play while I was waiting to stream, so I hopped in and did a practice. And that's what confirmed it for me. It happened to me on Pro, but if it happens once, I don't necessarily assume that something changed. I will first go back and try and figure out if I did something wrong. But if it happens to me twice, the exact same thing, then I know something changed. So I was really fortunate that I happened to do a practice round last night. First time to get in someone's bracket that you know, Jared? Oh, I didn't buy the wind balls yet. That's all right. We'll do this for now. I got to do that. So that's what we're looking for. Take off about a bar, topspin for the headwind. Right about mid, so we only need about 5.5 rings. About there. See if we gave it a chance. Bounce looks good. Didn't kick off that fringe like I like it to. It was pretty darn close to the line. Oh, you do that. You do that, Slayer. You'll see. I explain it exactly as I'm going through it. You'll see how I did it. What's going on, James? It's really funny how a bad round can it can make you second guess things, you know. Last night I was certainly don't need to do this. I was second guessing how I would fare in this tournament. For Pro, for the shootout you just saw that I didn't play. For Pro, I actually went, long iron for Pro in basic, I would say Saturn. Typically, Saturn is going to be more beneficial. The Saturn can run into difficulty, it's not wrong, but so does Goliath. Especially lower level Goliaths. The accuracy on a level 5 Goliath is just not that good, and a great shot will definitely be off. And the Saturn, that's fairly true, but it's a little more consistent. And I prefer the ball guide and the backspin that the Saturn has. I think that'll save you more than the distance on the Goliath. Because if you're not reaching with your long iron, you just go up to a wood. But I would still typically go Saturn Backbone is a great choice too. I know, Slayer. That was the idea, but it works. Brain farting, what's hole 4? Let me see, I got it. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Actually, speaking of which, I want to switch that now before I forget. And might as well change the ball now. We are going origin ball again. Yeah, I liked Backbone a lot when I was like really in pro for the first run. I think that was a smart choice to get good with it. It kind of preps you for getting good with quarterback, sniper, the clubs like those. And it's just a really accurate, consistent club. And it's got decent top and decent back. It's not the greatest, but it's a good all-around club. And good all-around clubs are some of my favorites. Squeak on through, James. Squeak on through. Yes. Yeah, I would. If it's early level, chances are that's the best bet. Unless the Saturn had leveled up quickly, which is not usually the case. Usually your Backbone is better level than your Saturn. Told you they'd still make me select it, jerks. But see, now we don't need to do much of any overpower, because the wind's going to carry it a little further. You just want it right around there. It's probably about half. Full top, we're going to go 2 left. Beautiful. I think that's the ball to go with. Save the Berserkers for now. Like I said, unless if I see someone green in 1 because they use a Berserker, then I'll consider Berserker a turbo ball. But I think you need straight tailwind to clear all the way over across, and I think you need an APOC 5, the 240-yard driver. Yeah, it sucks. It's like, thanks for making my plan, being thoughtful and thinking ahead of the hole pointless, but what you gonna do? I often wonder if that's a let's see. We got Thorn, it's gonna be Min. We're gonna go 3 rings. It does overplay a little bit. Not much here. From the island, it overplays a lot. Nah. It was because I was using the right ball. They're like, oh, crap, he's onto it. See if we can psych him out and make him... Yeah, exactly. Not upset with the eagle there. Well, that's just stupid, though, because then there's no point in pre-selecting it. Like, I obviously knew what I was doing. No worries, Jeremiah. That's a good reason to be late, for sure. It is the shootout. What am I? I was a little worried because the wind was the same. That's a good one to watch. Unfortunately, it was my first stream or second stream, something like that. So very, very rough, but it has some good info in there. No worries, Clint. Take it easy. What are we on? 6? May as well suit up a kingmaker on this one. Oh no, we're on hole 5. One ahead of myself. That's all right. So I'm not sure. I'd like to see how the distance plays out with a Oceania ball on this one. I hope so, Brendan. Although I kind of hate getting him in the qualifying round. I'd rather at least in the opening round. Weekend round, of course, would be the best, but at least in your opening round, you know, if you can get a great opening round, your qualifying round is probably not important. It's rare to tie somebody and then you tie the second round with like an outrageously good score. Too long. He got a pretty generous roll there for being that long. Quickly now. Oh, that's right, I didn't buy him yet. That's all right. We'll go with this. We will go with this. So 7 would be there. We're going to go about 9. Just a touch of the right curl. Not much, just a touch. We just want to counter that wind. We don't want it to force too far right. Too much backspin again. Not bad, though. Because really all you got to do is make it to the very top of that hill. You don't want to go too much further than that. Thank you. Definitely appreciate it. Oh, you had the B-52 in on the previous hole, and then you got to there and you were in trouble. I've done it. Not with the B-52, but I've done it. It was back in April? Wow. Time flies. All right, now hole 6. Not you. We're going to use you. That worked out pretty good last time. Right about in there. Ooh. Glad I caught that. I almost just went to swing with that. Would have been trouble. What's going on, man? Are you getting any rounds in tonight? Liking that shot. Full top, 3 left, slight left curl. Blast it. Works like a charm. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw you were on. I was working. Normally I try to pop in at least to say, hey, what's up and stuff, but I was building pallet racking, so I wasn't really able to use my phone. Alright, we are like perfectly at mid. Make sure to add that backspin back if you do that. We go there. It's 3 rings. We're going to do a slight bit more than 3 rings. I believe it does overplay a little bit. Too much. Alright, we're a little right, we're a little left. Next one's going in. And we get another chance to attempt the fun shot on hole 9. Hole 8. Got another chance to dial in that approach shot, so. I wanted to have 2 good rounds because it gives me, you know, my updated and revised guide. It will be so much more accurate. You know, if you have a bad round on one of them, or God forbid, both of them, it's really hard to give good advice on the shots because you don't know what mistakes you might have made that you're giving advice on. Yeah, I just stream everything for the most part. The only exception is if I'm making the video and there's other people streaming, or I know people might be streaming, then I'll just make the video and record it and post it. But if I'm going to make a video, like even when I do my revised guide, I like to stream it. That way people can be there to ask questions, because sometimes people think of things to ask that I might not realize people have an issue with. I am, David. It's an expert guide, but it is also usable in Pro for the most part. You know, certain shots won't be applicable, but for the most part, they are. Especially my general walkthrough is definitely more usable towards Pro. The revised edition usually is very shot specific, club specific, and ball specific. So it might not be applicable to Pro as much, just because the winds are different. But still certainly worth watching over. Is it a, I'm curious, is that shot a full blast shot, or is it a bounce shot? I'm assuming a, you know, curl to left bounce shot or full power using the wind to hit the second pad. But I didn't get a chance to watch James, so. Thanks for coming in, Freddie. You have a good night. Hole 7, the yay fun par 3 that nobody likes. Nobody likes this hole. I know you do, John, but that's because you got in the rough bump. You've gotten it down. Really, Geek? Eh, some people like it, I suppose, then. I'm not a big fan. Well, that is awful. Yeah, that was a strange one. Normally I do more of the mid measurement there. That time I did min and just added a little bit, and I guess that backfired. So note to self, stick with mid. It works better. So I'm trying to find as little variance as I can. That looks pretty good. Whew, that was late. Good to note. I've been pretty good with, well, it's hard to say because I've hit great shots on the other two drives on this hole, but the distance seemed right, you know, where I was landing seemed pretty close to right. It's what you get for trying something different. Well, now if we can eagle the next hole, then we're same score as our last expert round. Which 12 isn't bad. I usually don't put up the best qualifying round, so. Where are you at, Jared? I'll go ahead and do this shootout, give you a moment. I didn't tell you to take it. You asked for it. So if you guys haven't figured out, this is where I like to aim. I pretty much always go here, regardless of wind. I really like the way this plays. Man, it's going to be that harsh. Come on. This might be a really bad wind adjustment. And a great. The wrong direction. I don't expect this to be very nice. That's pretty crazy. I'm glad it didn't go in because I hate when that happens. Can't believe I just won a hole with a par. That is ugly. That should not happen. Yeah, why not? We'll dumb it down a little bit. Not so much for this shot, of course. It's more for the next shot. Still a little long. 2 topspin is still too much. I think 1 topspin is all we need here to get the line I like. Maybe even none with the tailwind. I like to be about in the shadow. Maybe just past the shadow of that pink tree. That's the perfect spot in my eyes. Yeah, he's safe. Hard to make that shot, but he's safe. See, really, I'd like to be looking at the hole like that, not over this rough patch here. See how close we are to max. There's max. So we should be about mid again. We'll see how true it is. We'll go exactly 3 because 7.4 is 3 at mid, so we'll see how this works. And we hit great. May have been good. It would have at least been scaring the cup a little bit. What's going on, Brandon? That happened to me last week, Slayer. Not even last week. Y'all saw the stream. It was just awful. Troy, I really don't know. I don't have a rookie account playing. So I can't say from experience what I think a good score would be. But my guess would have to be 27 or better. Depending, you know, how your bracket is. But if you have anybody in your bracket that is, or no, not top 3, I would say 25 or better. Chances are 26 for sure, I would think. But in most brackets, I think a 25 will be third place still. Of course, you'll probably share that 25 with 2 or 3 other people. So there's that to keep in mind. You have to have the better tiebreaker. But that's just a complete rough guess. And I'll show you the score in a moment. I gotta get a bot. Alright, can we at least get our eagle? Can we not mess this drive up? That is the key. That is certainly the key. I also need to figure out the correct adjustment to not end up in that bunker. That's a big thing too. If we can end up in the fairway, our chances go up, you know, at least double, at the very least, of getting that albatross drop. You can make it from that bunker, but you're not going to want to do that. Ooh, the wind is less. You're going turbo! Because why not? Let's take a chance. Actually, you know, I really want that little bit of wind resistance for the next shot. So that should still for sure clear. I want to be right in there. I'm not going to do any curl this time. The wind will save me, but I'm hoping it doesn't go too left now and go, yep. I can't believe I carried into that bunker. That's pretty crazy. But hopefully we can just make a good play here and save our eagle. That's kind of the key. Don't go for the albatross on this shot. It's too dangerous. Try and just set yourself up with a nice easy putt. And if you get lucky and it drops, great. But don't really go for it if it's a stretch. If it's you got a good lineup, that's one thing, but I guarantee you it's going to be a stretch. I'm going to be wishing I had the Spitfire right now. This is interesting. So I want it to be clipping that rough a little bit, because you can see it's even safe there. It's going to come out. Son of a... I wish I had more faith. Unbelievable. Nice. It's a tricky shot to get down. Be nice if he sinks this. Don't really expect it though. We'll have another chance at it, but it's the better direction to hit great. Yeah, that wind carried that really hard. Good to know that for the next round, though. That's why you don't just forfeit or anything. Play your shots out still. You can still learn from them. It's minus 11. We'll see if it holds through. I think it should. I imagine it's going to be a lot of minus 12 and 11s. Ooh, my tablet just died. See? It overheated and died. That was... couldn't have been better timing. Because at least I wasn't in the middle of a round. But we'll turn it back on to see the scoreboard and all. What's going on, party? I didn't notice it might be dying. Which is crazy because I was at 70% when I started. But we can just do this if that's the case. Anything good? Anything good for me? My other account got spoiled. Of course not. That's all right. Let's see where we're at. So tied for second. Basically everybody's still to go. We'll see. It's a we'll see. It's not a great score, so it could get shoved out. Especially seeing, we got 2 down there with -10 already, so all they need are Eagles, and one of them is Jared. We got one guy that probably won't do it. That's always a good sign. So we'll see. I got about a 50-50 chance, I think, at this point. It's not the greatest round. But worst case scenario, there's tomorrow. And there's ways to ensure not that same score. If it comes down to being my final chance to get through, we play hole 9 safely and we get the eagle the safe way. Hopefully we don't have to come down to that, but we'll see. You will all find out very shortly, because if I do not make it, we'll see you again tomorrow. I appreciate you all tuning in, especially if you were here for both streams. Please hit that thumbs up on your way out. I would definitely appreciate it. Sub if you haven't. Check out the 19th hole on golf on Facebook. If you are not a member there, greatest community there is, and you can find a slew of great streamers that are on there as well. Fun and James, right there in blue, is one of them, which many of you know. But I look forward to seeing you all in the next rounds. Good luck on your rounds if you haven't played them yet. And leave a comment if you need help on any of these holes. And we'll try to give you a rundown of what we did or what we should have done. Catch y'all later.